So what happens when we do take a negative number and multiply it with a negative number? What is the result? Well, here's how I understand it, and hopefully you can too, as to why. Let's take a look at this series of multiplications here. Here we're taking negative 2 and multiplying it with this descending values of whole numbers starting with 4. And let's take a look at the pattern and see what happens here. Let's look at this first one. So negative 2 times 4. According to this rule, that would be a negative 8. Negative 2 times 3, that would give me negative 6. The next one will be negative 4. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Hopefully you remember any number times 0 is 0. So that gives me 0. Let's look at this pattern though of the answers. These here are increasing by 2 as we perform each of these multiplications here. In other words, that's 2 more than that, that's 2 more than this. If we go down to the next multiplication, negative 2 times negative 1, if this was going to hold true, this pattern, this should be 2 more than that. Well, 2 more than 0 is actually a positive 2. So the pattern yields that negative 2 times negative 1 is positive. And this next one, negative 2 times negative 2, if this pattern were to be hold true, then this should be 2 more than that, and that is 4. So what we have here is a negative times a negative will give you a positive. So hopefully that helps you. And of course, a positive number times a positive number will give you positive. So there's the rules for multiplying signed numbers or integers.